So, in a lot of people's eyes, the number one player the Fever should target is Janelle Salon.
Picture this. Landing a top 3 draft talent for the price of a coffee. It may seem unbelievable, but it's very much a reality. The Indiana Fever have a remarkable chance to sign Janelle Salon, an exceptional EuroLeague player, on a minimum contract. It's like uncovering a hidden treasure at an unbeatable price.
She is a player who is absolutely superb. She is a wing guard, 3-4 hybrid who's played the 5 at times, who's pretty flawless as a player, to be honest.
Here's where things get even more captivating. Janelle Salon isn't just a skilled player. She's outperforming athletes who are already well established in the WNBA. Averaging 15.4 points per game against some of the fiercest competition, she's proving she's ready for the highest level of play. So, what's keeping her from joining the WNBA? And more crucially, why isn't the Indiana Fever doing everything possible to secure her? Every so often, a player rises seemingly out of nowhere and disrupts the game. That's exactly what Salon has been doing in the EuroLeague. It's as if she flipped a switch, and now, all eyes are on her. Her performance isn't just good, it's top tier.
And if you guys have not watched how Janelle Salon plays, like, she does everything. She does everything. Like, she can shoot the 3 ball, she handles, she's a pest on defense. She guards 3s, she guards 4s, she guards 5s.
We're talking about 15.4 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 3 assists per game in the EuroLeague. Salon ranks as the 11th highest scorer in the entire league. This isn't a small-scale competition. This is a league that features WNBA stars like Emma Mizan and Natasha Howard, and Salon is right there among them. What makes it even more intriguing is that Salon isn't just racking up impressive numbers.
Le toucher, mais elle est capable de vous décocher des flèches assassines et l'eau du nègre. Justement, en parlant de flèches, voici celle de Janelle Salon. Pas dans l'énergie qui a été mise.
She's like a Swiss Army knife on the court, guarding multiple positions, hitting 3-pointers, and playing intense defense. It feels like she's everywhere all at once. Salon can create her own shot, stretch the floor, and then immediately switch gears to shut down the opponent's top player. That kind of versatility is a game changer. And yet, she's still not in the WNBA. What are teams waiting for? A formal invitation? Salon is already proving herself against some of the best players in the world. She's not just keeping up, she's standing out.
One of the great talents, great young talents. Or to the corner, Salon steps up, puts it up, makes it.
What's even more impressive? Salon is doing all of this without the hype. No major college program, no March Madness spotlight. She's simply been quietly dominating game after game. It's like finding a hidden gem right under everyone's nose. So here's the bottom line. Salon isn't just good. She's outplaying players who are already WNBA stars.
I think she genuinely, there's no real weaknesses to her game, who's been one of the best players in EuroLeague this year.
She's the real deal, a prime example of the modern stretch forward who can excel in every aspect of the game, and she's competing at a level far beyond NCAA Division I. You might be asking, if she's this talented, why haven't we heard more about her? That's exactly what we're going to explore. Once you hear the full story, you'll be left wondering why every WNBA team isn't actively trying to sign her. Remember how Salon is dominating in Europe?
But she went over to America as well. Yeah, I get it. She went to the game to see her brother. I know that. Like, she was there to see her brother. But she's there courtside at the game. She's there with Malonga. She's spending Christmas in America, not in France. She's spending Christmas in America going over to see her brother.
She's not only playing basketball, she's strategically planning her next big move, and it's unfolding right in front of everyone. So, how is Salon preparing to break into the WNBA? Stay tuned, because this is where it gets really exciting. To start, Salon just spent Christmas in the US.
She is born the 5th of September 2001. She is a couple of weeks older than Paige Beckers. If she was in the 2025 WNBA draft, and she went to college, and she did her super senior year, and was, again, the same age as Paige, the draft would literally go Paige Beckers, at this point in time, Janelle Salon. I think you can argue Janelle Salon is a better basketball player right now than Paige Beckers.
She didn't just come for the eggnog and presents. No, she made a statement by showing up courtside at a Washington Mystics game. Now, you might be thinking, so what? Plenty of players attend WNBA games, but here's the twist. Salon wasn't just watching. She was there with Dominique Manga, her French teammate.
Because if you guys did not see, Janelle Salon was in Washington, D.C. She was in D.C. with Dominique Malonga. She flew over, obviously with her French teammate.
What she's doing. She's making herself known and available for the WNBA season without saying a word. It's as if she's holding up a sign that reads, "Hey, WNBA, I'm ready when you are." But Salon isn't just making waves on the court. She's been active on social media too, liking and commenting on WNBA content. It's her way of saying, I'm not just interested in the WNBA, I'm committed to it. And here's something incredible. Salon was born on September 5th, 2001.
I think she's coming over. And the biggest reason for that is she left the French league. If you play in the French league, you can't come over because of prioritization rules. But she's playing in Italy this year, which means the season's done by the time EuroLeague season's done, but the Italian season's done. By the time WNBA season starts, she can come over.
That makes her only a couple of weeks older than Paige Buchers, but while Buchers is getting all the attention, Salon is out there proving herself against professional competition. So, what does this all mean? Salon is making calculated moves to join the WNBA without drawing too much attention to herself. She's positioning herself perfectly, both on and off the court. She's not just waiting for an opportunity, she's actively creating one. Now, you're probably wondering how Salon stacks up against college stars like Buchers. You've heard all the hype about Paige Buchers, right?
That makes her just a couple weeks older than Paige Buchers. But while Buchers is getting all the hype, Salon's out here proving herself against pros. So here's what it all means. Salon is making strategic moves to join the WNBA without making a big fuss about it. She's positioning herself perfectly, both on and off the court. She's not just waiting for an opportunity, she's creating one. Now you're probably wondering, how good is Salon compared to college stars like Buchers? You've heard the hype about Paige Buchers, right?
She's the golden girl of college basketball, the one everyone's calling a generational talent. But what if I told you Janelle Salon might actually be even more impressive? I know, you're probably thinking, how can Salon be better than Buchers? Well, let's break it down. First, consider where they're playing. Salon is putting up standout numbers in the EuroLeague, competing against professional athletes.
From that and 10 to go over. A Beckers block. How about this block? Paige Beckers may have lost a step right there, but got there in time to send that one to the fifth.
We're talking about seasoned veterans, WNBA stars, and Olympic medalists, while Buchers is playing college basketball. Don't get me wrong, college basketball is challenging, but it's not the EuroLeague. The competition Salon faces every game is on a completely different level. And it's not just about the stats. Salon's game is far more well-rounded. She can guard multiple positions, create her own shot, and has an elite work ethic. But here's the kicker. Salon is doing all of this without the hype or the attention.
And again, she's playing against teams in EuroLeague, which is a much higher standard than NCAA D1. And, it's the truth. It is the truth. Janelle Salon is one of the best players not in the is not even one of the best. She's probably the second best after what's her name? Emma Mason.
She's putting up impressive numbers against professional players, yet most people haven't even heard of her. Can you imagine what she could do with the kind of attention Buchers gets? Now, you might be wondering, if Salon's this good, why isn't every WNBA team trying to sign her? Well, that's exactly what we're about to explore, because once you hear the full story, you'll be left wondering how she's not already a household name in women's basketball. You know how sometimes a team just needs that one missing piece to elevate from good to great? Well, that's exactly where the Indiana Fever are right now. They've been struggling, no doubt about it. Salon isn't just another solid player, she's precisely what the Fever need.
Salon. 1 foot. Oh, she's just gifted, isn't she?
She is a prototypical modern stretch four big three. that the Fever need. Like, she would immediately come in and start, whether that be at the small ball 4 if they want to run that style, or in for Lexi Hull. Satu's barely played in her entire WNBA career. You are getting a player that I don't think is that much worse than Satu now at 23. And what do I think in 3 years' time she's going to be better than Satu? I think for this team maybe, because she's not the offensive player Satu is, but she runs harder, she plays harder, and she's healthy. She can create her own shot off the dribble. She can score from mid. She can score from 3, and she is a workhorse as well. Like, I remember watching her playing for the French national team against Ireland, and I was like, she was their best player, and they just looked like she was on a different class. Like, she just looks like she's on a different level right here. Comment section below, and the fact that she was spotted in America is a really good sign for fans of any team that realistically want to get her. And wherever she goes, you're basically like getting a top 3 draft pick for a minimum contract. So